Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hi. This is awesome. I definitely want to thank you guys for doing this with me.
Oh, well, thank you for having us on.
In my head, I'm like, I'm going to be so nervous. I'm probably going to freeze up. Who could I ask to stream with me that everybody's going to be up for seeing and I like watching? My 3 top choices that popped in my head were you guys, John and Lisa from KG Tropicals, or Corey from Aquarium Co-op.
Right. We're a little bit easier to get a hold of. I appreciate it.
A lot easier.
And hey, my very first stream ever has a guest right off the bat, and it's an awesome guest. You guys are awesome. I mean, my kids even love watching you guys. So,
well, thank you, and I'm honored because I've never been on anybody's first stream, so that's a treat for me as well.
Yeah, that's super neat. And you couldn't get a better guy than James.
Well, that guy. You can't get a better guy than that guy. He's awesome.
Well, you know what? You're both awesome, so that's why I asked you.
Well, thank you very, very much.
And I know
Hi there.
You both sit and watch on the Xbox.
You already have a co-host.
Yes, my 5-year-old daughter is very. Here comes the other one.
Well, that's great though that they enjoy it and that they're involved. I mean, that's really one of the.
Anytime I click to watch someone's streams, whether it's returning to another one like you guys, or watching a new one, like yesterday was my first time watching Pat's stream, and he actually promoted the fact that I was going to do this today, which was awesome.
That is super cool.
He did that completely free will. I had not asked anybody to spread the word or anything. I was happily just telling everybody myself, and then he went and did that. That was awesome. As of this morning, enough. I'm trying to talk. 5 minute 3. What are you going to do? Oh, fine. Come here. Say hi again.
Hi there.
All right, say bye-bye.
We had to hang out and talk a little bit before the stream started.
Yeah, go. Okay. Ed's not seen it. I know some people might have seen my posts on Facebook, but Ed has not seen it, and the others have not seen it. But here is my 32-gallon hexagon tank.
Oh, that's very nice.
With the 3 goldfish in it. There's this one that's got the ick on it. That's the troublemaker who started it all. And then it was... Both the orange ones were labeled Ryukins, but I had someone confirm that the troublemaker is actually an Oranda.
Okay.
And the little black one here was labeled a Blackmore, but it's actually a fantail.
Gotcha. And that's what you were talking about in our stream the other day.
Yeah. Fantails are marked $3 a piece. Orandas, Ryukins, and Blackmores are all marked $6 a piece.
Gotcha. So they got you, but it wasn't a terrible, terrible amount. I was afraid when you mentioned it that it was like a $50 or $60 difference, just because the goldfish can get pricey.
Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. I need to make these guys understand they have to sit down.
Well, I'm going to take over your chat while you're gone then and keep it going.
Not a problem, James. You do your thing.
So I'm going to go through and say some hellos to Gypsy Bell. Hello. We've also got Lance Jones, the Zen Ginger, Chevy Fish. We scrolled down through here. Of course, Chattanooga Ed is with us. My buddy, my partner in crime, Kay Halliday, good to see you as well. I appreciate you all coming on out. There's Tater Salad or Salad. I always say Tater Salad, though, just because I like it that way.
No.
And the Gypsy Belle, Ren is your big sister. Gotcha. Had asked if we were fish people. Oh, there we go. Ed's back. Yes, we are fishy people, amongst other things. But that's what we're known for on YouTube, is being fishy people. So that's how we met Rena. She came into the fish family a couple weeks ago and kind of tagged along through the streams that one night and has been with us ever since. So I was extremely honored when she said, "Hey, I'm going to do my first live stream. Would you like to be a guest?" Absolutely. Oh, either Ed just went to sleep or he's frozen. There we go. Almost.
I don't know why my signal keeps breaking up on me. But Gypsy Belt, that's a great name.
That is, I like that very much. Hey, there's Pugimus Maximus.
Another great name.
I am so sorry about that, you guys.
Not a problem. I know how it is with little ones.
So what did I miss?
I just went through and said some hellos and explained how we met you and how we are now here.
Okay. Yeah. As of this morning, when I checked, I haven't checked again, but as of this morning, I had started off at 10 subscribers before I started watching you guys. And as of this morning, I have 21.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's always a fun time when you're just getting, and it's still fun for me, but when you're just getting started and watching those numbers slowly build up, it's a blast.
Yes, and couple of the new subscribers for me are 2 of your guys' regulars.
Oh, there went Ed.
Yeah. One regular for you guys that subbed it to me was Chevy Fish.
Chevy's awesome.
He is awesome. He subbed. And another one that subscribed to me, let me pull up the note here, was Kaler's Aquatics actually subscribed to me.
Bob Kaler's a good guy. He was the first person.
Tater Salad's in here. He also subscribed to me. I have a little note of who did.
Nice. Very nice.
Marco Isidori. I know I am probably butchering his name badly. That's the guy from Big J's stream that said hi from Italy.
That's probably Ed texting me. I'm going to double check real quick so we can get him back.
Yeah, I see him. I'm adding him.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
Back.
So just so I don't upset you / break your heart, you won't see that I've subscribed because my subscriptions are not public.
Oh, that's not a problem.
So yeah, you will never see my name on there as being subscribed to you, but I did. And people ask why I do that.
Well,
it's because I watch.
I may never see the name pop up, but I'm probably sure it shows in the number of subscribers I have.
And it
right?
does. It does.
Oh, well, there you go.
I have political channels and other things I watch, and so if you look at where I'm subscribed to and then go, oh, well, he likes this type of stuff, I'm going to unsubscribe from him because he watches this person. So I just keep it hidden, and it keeps all that separate from the Fishy channel.
Makes sense.
But I know some people are like, oh, man, he hasn't subscribed to me. I'm like, well, I have. You just don't see it.
Well, that's awesome, then. She's got 24 subscribers. But
I think they're saying you're up to 24 now.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I have no idea if
awesome.
I'm hidden or not.
Well, I didn't get a notice, but if you subscribe to me, then you're hidden, Ed.
He is. Oh. He had me set it to hidden for him when I was in his studio.
I had no idea what he was talking about. I just said, okay.
And no problem. But it's awesome to know that people are subscribing to me. I've been trying to figure out what I could do to put up on my channel. You guys have obviously seen the handful of videos that have posted. And the oldest video is like what, 5-6 years old,
I
and
think so.
My Little Pony video.
Right.
And then I tried my hand at streaming playthrough of Borderlands, and that's only got what, 3 views on it now.
Yeah. That's all about finding what you want to do that
And
other
then I
people
announced
enjoy.
I am gonna do a fish stream, and suddenly my number of subscribers has doubled. It's
Fish
like,
people are crazy. We are all nuts.
Maybe I should have done this from the start. I don't know.
Right?
But no, if anyone's wondering, since this is my first stream, I figured just do a general Q&A. You guys have questions, go ahead and ask. I'll answer if I can. If not, I'll have these 2 knuckleheads answer them.
There we go.
Well, I've got a question.
Okay.
What are you doing to stop the ick on your fish?
I actually have a 16-ounce bottle of ICX that I bought from Aquarium Co-op when I was first going through and buying everything for the tank before I even got the fish.
Nice.
There was probably 2 to 3 weeks before even buying the fish that I was going through buying all the supplies, buying the stuff for it. Since this is on my laptop, I can actually move this and show you guys.
Okay.
If it doesn't cut out. That might have been me unplugging it from the charge cord. I don't know. But the stuff that I got from Corey is, biggest one is the sponge filter, obviously.
Yep.
I've got a sponge filter in there with the Never Clog Airstone that he has. And that's his new food grade black air tubing in there.
Oh, nice.
I also got a Pleco Cave from him because I plan to get a bristle nose. Someone in the face group.
Oh, you got muted somehow.
Oh, bummer. I don't know how to unmute. Oh,
There we
there you
go.
go.
Someone from the Facebook group I joined actually has a bristle nose Pleco for me for free.
Nice.
With having to do medicines, this is so hard, but I need to get a proper webcam. Someone actually gave me a heater and the extra hang-on back filter for helping with the fish.
Very cool.
I even have my official stickers from
nice.
Corey.
Very cool.
It was the only place I was going to put them. I was not going to put them anywhere except on my tank. And then I've got my bin of stuff here.
Oh, that will grow and grow as your fish tanks do.
It will.
Major part is right here.
Yes, and that's awesome that you've got that. And you're starting out the right way with getting the knowledge and getting the medicines.
And like I said, I've got his new tubing. I've got bug bites. I've got fish pellets. I've got the extreme algae wafers that he sells. I've got ICX. The other 2 medicines he sells, the Periclean and the Maricin.
Yeah.
The Fritz water conditioner. I had to buy this because it was a starter for adding the fish from
Right.
PetSmart.
The bacteria in a bottle.
Yeah.
What here's something that will help with ick is marine salt. It looks like a milk jug, like a paper milk carton. They're
I've
real small.
seen it. I just don't have the money to get any right now.
Well,
Okay.
you've got the ICX, so that's going to take care of it for you. I've never had a problem with that. You did have a couple of questions in the chat. Kay Halliday wanted to know what tanks and stock do you currently keep?
The only tank I have is my Hex tank, and the only stock I have at the moment are the 3 goldfish.
That's very cool, though. That's a nice start. I'm a huge fan of the old Hex tanks.
And that, to be honest, if I was to go out and buy a tank, that would not have been my first choice for a tank.
Right.
The only reason why I have this one is because it was a dumpster save.
You got to love that.
Someone from a nearby building was throwing it out for whatever reason, like bad breakup or whatever. They were throwing it out. I saw it and I instantly snatched it up. And first thing I did was I filled it full, counted how many gallons it held, because the way I counted it, 1 gallon Kool-Aid pitcher.
Nice. It's a good
So
method.
I counted how many pitchers went into it.
Okay, I like that.
Full to the top, it is 32 gallons.
Very nice. Oh,
And there were absolutely no leaks whatsoever in it, and that was awesome.
so you can't beat a free tank that doesn't leak. That is awesome.
Yeah, the only problem with it is no lid.
And that's easy.
This lid you see on it is technically the false bottom for the inside of the tank.
Hey, that works.
Oh, wow.
I found a replacement lid right size online, but from the day that I purchased it, I got a email saying that they are out of stock and it will take 3 to 15 days for inventory to even get to the warehouse, and then however many days it takes to ship to me.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to wait because it'll mean a proper lid with built-in light for the tank and everything. And something I forgot to mention was the Anubias live plant from Corey that's in there. I was so excited to see that in the box when I ordered it, because I opened the box and first thing right on top of everything else was the live plant. It was
Nice.
awesome.
I think your little sister's saying goodbye. Bye, Gypsy Belle.
Aw. Yes. She is the youngest of us. I have a total of, had a total of 8 siblings, courtesy of my father. Gypsy is the youngest.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool when the family gets involved in it.
Yeah, and the oldest of us, it will actually be a year this month since she died of a heart attack and passed in her sleep.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's very rough.
Oh, hold on, guys. I got mute for just a second.
Alrighty. So, Pugimus Maximus, I do see your question there. I'm going to ask her that as soon as I get a moment to jump in there. Thank you all for sharing out Rena here. That's much appreciated. We have such an awesome community here, very supportive. So thank you all for doing that and for showing up to support her on her first stream. It's very, very cool. I know how nervous I was on my very first stream. Well, by the time I got my first functioning stream, I was super nervous because I'd had like 10 that did not work. So I can understand that feeling, and I'm glad that we can be here to help.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. They were fighting over a single toy, and it's like,
You were fine. Pugimus Maximus did want to know, what's your next fish purchase going to be, and what is the next tank size you're going to get?
Before the next fish I'm gonna get is, as I said, the pleco that someone has for me. They told me that the pleco will be waiting for me as long as they need to hold on to it. They want me to get this tank fully medicated and everybody healthy before they add a new fish.
Absolutely.
Better to wait off with the pleco that's never been sick than to add it to a sick tank and have to start everything all over again.
Yep.
As far as next tank goes, I'm gonna look into getting a 5 or 10 gallon tank for having a quarantine tank.
Good idea. I like that thinking.
The only quarantine thing I have right now is either this little aquarium pet carrier
Right.
that I've gotten tons of hate over for asking if it's usable as a quarantine tank for a little 1-inch fish, or it's the 3-gallon mop bucket that I've been using.
Hey, whatever works, I mean, and you're going to get hate for just about anything on the internet.
And that's what I figure. Everybody loves to hate and make people feel like shit. Oop.
Yeah. Oh, you're not monetized, so it's okay.
Until the monetization starts.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, you could go and say, hey, I've got a 20-gallon tank I'm going to use for quarantine, and people are going to talk crap and be like, well, that's too big. You shouldn't use one that big because you're having to use more meds for that volume of water. So, it is what it is.
But no, with all the medicines saying, do 1 packet for every 10 gallons. Oh, shit. When the box only has 10, 20 packets in it, and I have to use 3 every dose for this current tank, I need to get a smaller tank for a hospital tank.
Yes. Oh yeah, because I got some API fungus cure to treat this tank over here, and it takes an entire box. You see that lovely green water there from the medicine. It takes all 10 packets for 1 treatment. So,
oof, ouch.
Yeah. Wait till the $1 a gallon sale at Petco, and
yeah,
$10 for a 10-gallon tank is great.
Yeah. Plus, like somebody, Chevy Fish mentioned, tubs, totes, and buckets. 5-gallon buckets are great for medication.
Super good.
Yeah. What other tanks tanks? What other questions have I missed so far?
I've not seen any more questions, but if you all want to throw questions at us, I'm also opening to answer questions as well. So,
one bad thing about using a 5-gallon bucket though as a quarantine is it's hard to see the fish.
Yeah,
you really can't see them very good.
Yeah, but you can't.
Don't tell Rack that.
Well, Rack wants them to be aquatics. He wants it to be in the aquarium all the time. So, works for him great.
Yeah.
And I've done it. It works.
And with the Facebook fish groups I've joined, there's 2 of them. And between the 2 of them, I've been given so many conflicting things about how to treat these guys, like keep lights in the room off, or the lights don't matter, or turn your heater temp to this number, or not at all. And I just a couple hours ago, before getting ready for the stream, I found one of KG Tropical's top 10 videos. It was the most common fish diseases, and the very first one that was listed, number 10, was ick. And I instantly discovered I had my heater turned too high. So I quickly paused the video, ran over here, and turned the temperature down to what they said would be good. And I'm actually very happy that someone had the extra heater for me for free, because ever since I put it in, these guys have been loving the heated water. They've been way more active than when I didn't have the heater. they actually keep doing the silliest thing. They'll swim up to the heater. Okay, here's the heater. They'll go like, like they're trying to kiss the heater, but it's too hot and they run away.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you can actually cause. I know it's happened before with goldfish. Several other people have mentioned if you get them too warm, that can cause them to break out in ick a lot of times.
Yeah. I have a little stick-on, supposedly digital,
Right.
little thermometer right here in the corner.
Yep.
And before I got the heater, the highest number selected, because it'll do a gray, green, and blue for like the hot, the middle, and then the cold temp. Well, the hottest temp it was reading was 80 degrees, which is like max end for goldfish to handle before it's too hot. So, and that was before I got the heater in there. It was reading that. So, yeah. And my water, when I did my first water change yesterday, I was super scared of my water because it comes out of the tap at a pH of 8.6 and an ammonia of 2.0. And that's out of the tap at those numbers. So I've got to balance it out, bring that ammonia way down, make it safe for the fish.
Yeah.
Well, without telling us where you live, what state do you live?
I am in Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, okay.
That's why I keep saying, come to North Dakota. I'll buy pizza and Mountain Dew. Sadly, the only entertainment I can provide is one of two choices. There's either the Fargo Zoo, which doesn't have much to it, but it's better than the other option, which is downtown. And all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna take a quote from Gabriel Iglesias, one of his fluffy videos. What he calls them is a gentleman type place thingy. But those are the two options for entertainment in this town.
Well, Ed, you check out the zoo. I'll check out the other. No, I'm just.
Well, I've been to Fargo. I was going to North Platte, and I stopped at Fargo overnight. And I went to your mall. I got a book on audio.
At the mall's pretty nice.
It is. It was very nice.
My kids love going to that one corner with the giant tank with all the fish in it.
Nice.
Over by Spencer's and Hot Topic. It is actually similar to I'm gonna compare it to probably Corey's 800 gallon that he usually has in his videos behind his head. It looks about that size. I'm not sure how big it is really, but it looks big.
Well, and then I got a hotel like really close to the mall. My goal was to go into the bookstore the next day on my way out, but it was the first time I've ever seen a pimp. Like, actually, the girls, they were in the back parking lot, and the pimp was going like this because all the girls were yelling at each other and screaming. And I was like, I can't believe this.
Okay, well, maybe we do got more entertainment for you.
I was like, as I was walking by and going in the hotel.
Ed, you're the travel manager of the team. I'm going to need you to get that set up for me.
Well, it sounded so bizarre that I would see a pimp in Fargo, you know, because I don't.
I'll be honest, there have been times where I think my upstairs neighbor in the apartment building I live in is maybe one of those type of girls, because over the weekends she'll have so many people going in and out of that apartment. It's insane.
She's a very friendly person, is what you're saying.
Yeah, until she decides to leave the apartment for hours on end in the middle of the night and leave her 1-year-old pit bull trapped in a kennel, barking and howling for hours while she goes bar hopping.
So let me ask you, you mentioned an apartment. Do they have any limitations on you on your lease? I know a lot of times people run into that with fish tanks.
The lease actually says no pets allowed, but I went to the rental office and I asked them what their policy on fish is. And the person I asked, she doesn't work there anymore, but when she did work there, she flipped through their huge booklet of things saying what can or cannot be allowed, and nowhere in there was there any limits of size or anything.
Nice.
It said that fish were okay, and she couldn't see anything about a size limit for tanks or anything. And she goes, well, what size tank do you have? And I'm like, it's a 30-gallon hexagon tank. And she goes, oh, I've seen those. Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. So I have direct okay from my rental office that my tank is okay.
That's awesome. I just bring it up because a lot of people, they'll get tanks set up and find out after the fact that they aren't supposed to have them. So I try and warn people.
Before all of this crazy virus stuff happened, I was working at the Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on. Kaya, you can watch me from in there. It's the same thing. The big screen's better for watching anyway. She doesn't understand that she gets to watch the stream on my big 50-inch Ultra HD Roku TV. So, but no, she'd rather come run over here and try sit by me to be part of it.
Right.
And then I wouldn't be able to say anything because she'd constantly be talking over everybody.
She was having a blast before the stream.
Yeah. They both were. He can tell you all about that later. But, no, while I was working, someone said that their neighbor has a 40-gallon breeder tank full of water and decorations and everything, and because of his lease restrictions, this big, gorgeous, beautiful tank has fake fish on weights in it.
Oh,
that's interesting.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So, did they shut down the pet stores there, or what'd they do?
They cut hours big time. A lot of stuff did shut down. They even closed down the mall. Yes. Hi.
Hi, Kaya.
Go watch on the TV.
I want to see the stream while I'm watching.
Kaya, the stream is the exact same thing. Only difference with my laptop is I have the chat to answer people's questions. You don't have this big, ugly window cutting out the stream on the big TV. Now go watch. It's the exact same thing.
I want to see the stream.
Kaya, you can see it from in the living room. Now go. And out there you get the audio.
I want that.
No, you don't need the chat. The chat is not for you. You don't even know how to read yet. Now go.
Chevy Fish, that is a very good point. Chevy Fish said, Rena, if you add conditioner to a bucket full of fresh water with an air stone and heater in it 24 hours before water changes, the chemical composition should equalize and doesn't shock the fish.
When I did my first... hold on, you guys. I gotta...
You do what you need to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, I completely understand having little ones. I am going to move my camera slightly over, though, because I'm looking over here, since this is different than my usual setup, so that should help possibly.
Yeah, Fargo was a totally different city than what I thought. I'd only seen that one movie, Fargo,
Yeah,
where everything's crazy. But it seems like it's just a little bitty town, but it's actually a much bigger town than.
Oh, nice. Do they have a decent layout? I know, like you and I, this is weird stuff that the viewers don't normally get to hear. You and I were discussing different town layouts as we were traveling over the weekend about how, like yours is laid out in a strip and others are laid out where it's just spots of stuff you've got to drive all over to. This is just total random guess. Like if I was doing trivia, I would guess they're probably like at least 50,000. So, I mean, it's a lot bigger than my town. Nice.
That town. It'd be a lot like maybe more, maybe even it might be the size of Knoxville. I didn't go through the whole city. I was just kind of doing a layover because I was driving all the way to Edmonton.
I got you. I was just curious. All these interesting things that you and I discuss away from everybody else.
You know what? Let's see what the population is.
That's actually you pulling up the Fargo population.
Fargo population.
All right, so the Knoxville population is 187.5 thousand as of 2018. So yeah, so it's slightly smaller, but it's a lot bigger than like your area and where we were over the weekend.
Yeah. Even though, like my area, I'm like right next to Chattanooga.
Yeah, Chattanooga is just barely below Knoxville. It's only about a 10,000 person population difference.
Yeah. And I'm I'm like a town just north of Chattanooga. It's basically a little bit farther than a suburb.
Welcome
I am
back.
back. I think I distracted them. I gave them ice cream. I
Oh,
told them
there
to
you
sit on the couch.
That should do the trick.
Hopefully.
Or it'll
Okay.
get them more hyper.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Oh,
Oh yeah, the water change. When I did it, my red bucket I actually filled it and added the water conditioner and left it overnight. And then the next morning, I couldn't figure out how to get the streaming to work. I tried it twice and YouTube said no and deleted the video before it was even 2 minutes in.
Right.
I had no idea of StreamYard. But no, I emptied the tank. Big J said that I had done it a little too much because what I had done was I did just shy of 50% change. But I had the bucket sit overnight with the water and the conditioner in it. So I wasn't as nervous, but I was still a little worried about the ammonia level at first. So
yeah. Well, and your beneficial bacteria should eventually kick into a point to where it's going to help with that.
yeah. And actually, on the subject of that, the person who gave me the hang-on back filter gave me. He went and did a water media change in one of his current tanks, and he gave me a pad with healthy bacteria for my tank.
awesome.
That's awesome. That's definitely very helpful.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting that. I was expecting just a empty filter with an unused pad, and he hands me this extra media with healthy bacteria, and I just like, oh my god,
Well, that was super cool.
That
Yeah.
was. And
both people, the guy who gave me the heater also gave me a brand new unopened box of API General Cure.
nice.
Oh, wow.
Good stuff.
And the girl who gave me the heater gave me a box of unused medicine that she had. And I was like, okay, these medicines are at least $15 on the shelf, and they're giving it to me for free to help me get started. It's really awesome.
And I honestly wouldn't worry about your pH, and this is just in my opinion and experience. I find that you'll do more harm trying to chase a pH with like using pH down than if you just let the fish get used to the pH, because they're also, coming from the local pet store, more than likely the pet store has that same higher pH anyways. So I wouldn't worry too much about it.
And actually, after everything's leveled out and everything, the pH that is currently in my tank is a 7.8.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's been steady for that since. It's actually been a full week now that my tank's been filled with water and everything. Since I opened the box and set it all up, it's a full week now that it's been going. And I only got the fish on Friday. So that's cool.
It is. Good job.
Yeah, I keep debating whether or not I want to take the Oranda back or not, because I've never really been a fan of the Orandas. But at the same time, I'm going through all this trouble to cure it. So taking it back and to the store where it was probably sick when I got it, I don't really know if I should or not. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll grow on me. Who knows?
I would just keep watching it until it heals up, and I'd probably keep it. I keep most all the fish I ever get. Well, I say I keep most. I keep them all. It's the reason that you've got that fish, and it's your baby.
I want to say a shout out here quick, just because I'm seeing it in the chat here. Sand Creek Aquatics 2 actually subscribed to my channel just now.
Hey, Amy. Yeah, that's Nathan's wife.
Okay. I'm sorry I never got to catch any of his streams or anything. I did subscribe, and I even clicked notifications just because it's part of the habit of clicking subscribe,
Right.
I do plan to watch his videos and hit the like button on every single one of them.
That's awesome, and you never know. Maybe some concrete content will come up someday on there. So
yeah, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do plan to watch it. So, and I clicked the notification bell just in case,
Well, we appreciate that, and we're trying. We'll just tell everybody out there, we're trying to push Nathan to 1,000 because that was one of his life goals, and we want to keep that goal and get him to 1,000.
Last I saw yesterday, he was at 552. So
That's
he's
awesome.
over halfway there.
He would be so thrilled with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm more than happy to subscribe and try to get people to subscribe to him and achieve that goal, because, I mean, you guys have welcomed me into the community, so the least I can do is spread the word and try to get the community's dream up. So
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a very welcoming community. It really is. It's one of the best, if not the best, community on YouTube that I've come across anyways.
yeah, I really like it. Okay. Only downside to not being monetized yet is nobody can give me awesome little stickers like you guys get. Chevy can't poop on the channel or anything.
We can give you these kind of little, well, if my computer catches up to me.
And give me the little emojis in the chat.
There we go. We could throw that type of stuff out there. Yeah. So do you have I guess do you have plans to expand your fish tank collection, or are you at least at this
plan
point
to.
complacent?
Once I have a big enough place.
I understand. I
I
really, really do.
definitely want to get into like my own house, or at least to a bottom floor apartment before anything. I'm stuck on the second floor, and I don't want to put too much weight from tanks on the floor.
Right. Yeah, especially with being in an apartment.
Yeah. At least if I'm on the bottom floor and a tank breaks, it won't destroy anything below me because it'll all be cement.
Right. Well, I still think that. Go ahead, Ed.
I'm looking, and you've got some pretty cool looking fish stores in Fargo.
I've actually not been able to locate any of the actual mom and pop shops. I saw that kind of aquarium, just having that and being able to stand underneath the middle of the arch and look up and see the fish go over your head. That would be cool. But my problem is I am restricted to walking because I do not have a car at the moment.
Yeah, that makes it tough.
And my apartment is sadly located in the middle between PetSmart and Petco. So I'm stuck in the middle of the two. And so I go, which way do I go? Do I go this way to Petco or this way to PetSmart?
Right. So,
PetSmart is the only one that has the fancy fish. Petco doesn't get theirs in until pond season is in full swing for North Dakota, which I have no idea how long that takes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
And Petco's are really hit and miss because you just never know who the manager is.
Yeah.
I've been into Petco's that smelled terrible with, they don't clean their cages, and then I've been in beautiful ones.
Your audio is cutting in and out, Ed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've come to StreamYard for a while now. Or since last night.
But no, after I got my fish and started medicating, I had someone post a comment saying that both Petco and PetSmart right now, all fish are sick with ick because all of their tanks are on a single filtration system. So everything is getting cycled through all the tanks at both places. So it's like, oh, great, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, that can definitely be a downside when they have everything set up on the same filtration system.
Yeah. You guys need to be quiet in there, eat your ice cream, and watch the video.
Yeah, Pugamus Maximus said the sugar kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these guys know that if they don't listen to mommy and behave, they get sent to nap time.
Oh. I could use a nap myself, though. I'm going to start yelling in the chat. No.
It's amazing. When you're young, you hate them, but when you're old, you can't get enough of them.
Right.
So are you happy to have your mountains back?
Yes, I am. But that was an adventure, and I think Ed's looking into another adventure for next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Yep.
Fargo may not have much, but I know if you drive west on the interstate, you'll hit the Badlands, which are a giant, kind of like the Grand Canyon, but on a much less scale, on a much smaller scale.
You can walk it.
Yeah, there's a small trail. You can actually just go right down into the cliffs and everything. I saw crumbles of the rock sides that had tiny little snail fossils in them and everything. And from one of the historic plaques posted outside the rest stop the one time I was there, it said that the Badlands is what's left of the giant lake, Agassiz or whatever it was when North Dakota, South Dakota was still a giant glacier. That's what's left from it cutting its way through.
I got you.
To see.
And the Badlands stretch from North Dakota all the way down into South Dakota.
Now, is that Death Valley? Is that in there?
I don't think so.
I thought that was down like Nevada, Cali, Texas
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, Death Valley might be in Nevada. I don't know.
So, Pugimus Maximus has a question, which also he did mention earlier that I think it was his brother had 125 gallon that flooded out, and he was on the second floor, and the downstairs neighbor was furious. I can only imagine. That's a lot of water.
And I don't know if you've heard of them or not, but the landlord company I rent from is called Goldmark.
I don't know that I have.
Here in North Dakota, Goldmark is just above renting from slumlords, basically, because 90% of their people are like immigrant families. I don't want to say too much. I'm not a racist by any means, but a lot of the people in my building have absolutely no regard for anybody else.
So, there was Pugimus Maximus. Wow, I can't talk today. Apparently, was asking how often I should rotate males in an Endler breeding tank. Ed, do you want to go first on that one since you're the guppy expert? It's Endlers, it's close enough.
Yep, rotating males in it. Oh well, what I would do is it really depends on what Endlers are small tails, so. I guess he's keeping all of his females and all the fry in one master and then taking the males out and keeping them in a separate. And the best way to do it is
I got a new subscriber. Thank you.
You can take like your two prettiest boys and put them in there for a couple months and just keep rotating them.
Yep.
And that way you're just getting a little different DNA in there. But there's so many different ways you can do it.
Yeah. Oh, there quite a few. You're absolutely right. I do like that way there. And then if you're like trying to do some really specific line breeding, you could always look down a couple generations, see if you've got one that's prettier than the male you've got, and rotate him up to the top of your breeding chain.
Yeah, and you're going to need at least probably like 5 tanks for that, not just 2.
Yeah.
So if you're just doing 2, it's going to be hard to keep track of what boys have been in there. So that's why I would say like every 2 months, take those 2 boys out, put in 2 new ones.
I think the easiest way is to just send them all to me and I'll take care of it for you.
I had the Kaya turn the volume down on the TV. I could hear myself.
I couldn't hear it. So I don't think the chat could hear it. Normally they're pretty outspoken when they can hear any type of echo or reverb or anything.
It was confusing me hearing it double though.
Oh, for sure.
I'd hear you here, and then just a couple seconds later, I'd hear you in the living room, and it's like, turn the volume down.
Well, I can't handle watching the live stream on YouTube. Like I'm watching us in StreamYard because when we talk, our mouths move. But on the other way, I hear us like 5 seconds, or I hear us earlier than what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that just throws me off.
Yeah, the audio lag. Kaya, no jumping on the couch. You know better. Oh my goodness.
Who was wondering about the Endlers?
thought it was Pugimus Maximus.
Pugimus, if you really want to do it good, maybe you could get a couple of just 5-gallon tanks, the little bitty ones, and then keep your boys in those and rotate, your boys out. So that way you're always getting fresh DNA. But, at least you're keeping them separated somehow. And it's a super small tank. It'd be real easy to hide. Or, fit. I shouldn't say hide. You don't want to hide your fish.
And Chad is just scrolling.
Oh yeah, we're
Probably
giving
missed
Alice a
it.
hard time. She wanted some ice cream. I told her she didn't get any because she was late. She said she didn't know about it, and I said, "Well, we've shared it all over the place." Now she's pretending she doesn't know I have a channel. So, shame on her. We love you, Alice. We're just giving you a hard time.
No, the ice cream was supposed to get the kids to behave and watch the stream on the big TV so they get the audio of you guys talking too. But no, my daughter likes staring at my laptop screen because then she gets to see all the people in the chat and she likes to try make mommy type something for her in the chat. And it's like, no. Like yesterday during Pat's stream when I was watching him, she kept bugging me to type something for her because she was trying to tell him something that had absolutely nothing to do with fish. And I'm like, no, baby, he's busy answering those people's questions that are very important. He's not going to stop just to talk Barbie dolls with a 5-year-old.
There are probably channels for that, though.
Yeah.
I'm not clicking over to those channels because most of the channels like that she wants to watch are just spoiled, rotten kids with way too much control over the parents running around, and the parents are just filming it and getting money off it. It's just, no. Like that one channel, I'm not sure what it's called, but Kai's like, I want to go do what he's doing. I'm like, baby, no, that's just a dad following his kid around, and they're making money off his kid being wild in the store, and he's not doing anything about it. He's just letting the kid do whatever he wants. No.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's some bad content out there for children. They unfortunately enjoy.
And my boyfriend, the kids' dad, is worried about one of these days they'll find a channel that will be labeled for kids, but it'll have like 18 plus content on it, marketed and cartoonized so that kids watch it. And it's like, no. The only channels I really let them watch are Slogo Man, Jelly, and Craner because they play Minecraft and Roblox, 2 of her favorite games. So, and they're just a couple of friends being idiots in a game, and I'm fine with that because that's what I do.
Every so often I go, like every 6 months, I go and I look to see if there's any new Creature from the Black Lagoon toys. Because I like to see, I love the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So it's not always about the fish for me.
Right.
It's also the sea monsters that live with them.
I just got a text from my sister, Gypsy Belle. She had to go, but she texted me. She has her own nickname for me. She calls me Ren.
I saw that, yeah.
And she said, ask them their favorite fish for me. She wants to know your guys' favorite fish.
All right. Ed, do you want to go first?
Right now, oh, jeepers. Man, I love so many fish. Oh, man. It's so hard. I mean, as soon as I say one, then another one pops into my head, and it's like, oh, I don't want to be mean to him. Should
I just say all of them?
Yeah, anything that swims, pretty much, it doesn't kill everything else.
Anything that swims.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her that, and she'll laugh.
Probably my Bisher, though. I love my one little Bisher, or my one big Bisher. But yeah, I like just about it. I'm a big guppy guy. I love guppies. I love everything I love the live bears because they just have so many babies and it's fun.
Well, I'll show you my favorite fish. There it is, snowball pleco. If I had to pick one fish that I own right now, that would be it. It'd be even more of a favorite if they'd start making babies, but that's a whole another thing.
Snowball pleco, is that like? Is it tiny, brown, and has like white polka dots all over it?
More of a black than brown, generally speaking. But yeah, they look.
Okay, because Liddy, who's giving me the bristle nose.
Like
yeah,
that pleco
I'm
there
gonna
on my
get
list.
your pleco there on your icon. I'm gonna be getting a bristle nose, similar coloration to that.
Nice. Yeah, I've got a female bristlenose that she's got a lot of polka dots. She's my favorite of the bristlenose that I have.
Yeah. I wanted a bristlenose because they'll get big enough to where my goldfish won't eat them, but they're still small enough that they work with my tank.
Right.
Because that was one of the biggest things. Is okay, what am I going to put in this tank with the goldfish? So one of the first things I started doing was I YouTube searched goldfish, and I started binge watching Corey's videos on Aquarium Co-op, and then one day one of his videos auto played into a KG Tropicals tank, or a top 10 algae eaters for goldfish tank, and the bristlenose popped up, and I'm like, that would be perfect for my tank.
Oh, I do love the bristlenose, and you have a lot of variations of them. With like the blue-eyed
the
one,
only
green.
downside for me is both Petco and PetSmart. The only bristlenose plecos they have are the albinos.
I like the albinos, though. I do.
I like them, but at the same time, the white of the albino pleco in this tank, it just really clash color-wise.
And they're creepy looking. I like the brown and the greenish ones myself.
Brown one will blend in better with the brown pleco cave.
I don't actually own any plecos. Closest thing to pleco I own is an auto.
Let's see if they'll let me do this without getting spooked.
I knew there was a reason we couldn't be friends anymore, Ed.
There's the babies. Can you see them?
There's a little bit of glare, but yeah, I could see them. They're cute.
Yeah, they were right next to the glass, digging in the gravel. So it's like, I wonder if they'll let me get them on camera. Anytime I take my phone and try to take a picture of them, they all swim away to the opposite side of the tank.
Gotta love that.
And they'll swim to the side of the tank that is flat against the wall, so I can't even go around and get them.
Right.
My mollies, they used to be super friendly when I put the camera up there, and now they see the camera and they take off. And it's like, I've exposed them too much to the camera, because I used to do the live streams in front of my mollies, and you'd think they would just get used to this
James.
stuff.
Plecos are awesome. Yes, they are my favorite type of fish. I have
there you go.
15 different types of plecos currently. So,
and I think the lull was in response to Ed's favorite, anything that swims.
Well, that's not true, Ed. Planaria can swim. I've seen it wiggle around in the water.
And I love killing it.
Touche.
But yep. I would like to get a bristle nose, but I want a brown or a green one, and I want one with a.
And I have a co-host again. Oh my goodness. Looking at the clock, it looks like we've got about 10 minutes before your guys' normal stream setup starts for the night. Who is first in line for that, James?
Let me pull up the shameless plug here, Fish Room Fever website, and take a look. Zen probably knows off the top of her head.
You gotta behave if you want to be here.
What is today? Tuesday?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
All right, so we've got Storm Riders Aquatics, which is Melvin, starts at 6 p.m. And then we'll also have Multi-Tank Addiction, the Fish Tank Barn, and good old Dr. Black 66 on tonight as well.
Wait a minute. You went a little too fast on those. Let's back that up and do that over.
There's Storm Riders Aquatics, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by
So he's in about
Multi-Tank
10 minutes.
Multi-tank addiction and who?
He always has some weird guy on there, but he doesn't keep Pleco, so I don't pay any attention to it. Multi-Tank Addiction and Chattanooga Ed will be co-hosting on there at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
You are not to sit
You want to
here
watch
and be silly.
the anti-Pleco guy here.
We'll be with Dean down the wormhole tonight.
Very,
They
very
love
nice.
you. They laugh every time they see you on the
Yeah,
camera.
he's changed it to
You
DNA
can't be
Aquatics.
trying
I
to
knew it was
cover
different than
everybody.
what Peter's got on the website.
Gotta sit and be a good girl.
Melvin changes his name every 3 months, so I've told him I'm not keeping up with it. I'm going to go with what I've got. Peter's the website coordinator. He can change that if he wants to, but Melvin's going to change his name every couple months. I'm not going to go back and chase down what his name is every time he changes it. I think he's been 6 different people since I started YouTube at the end of last year. But yeah.
And Peter is Guppy Guru, who
Yes.
also has some great streams.
Yes, he
Super cool
does.
guy. Just throwing that out there.
Absolutely, no, he is a great guy. And we did add on there on the website. Well, Peter added it, Guppy Guru, a link to Nathan's channel, Sand Creek Aquatics, and in memory of him. That way, we can also help try and get him to 1,000 subscribers. So, but yeah, Alice said Ed's all about matching today.
Yep, I'm wearing my Tennessee shirt.
Oh
Our
my
Tennessee
goodness.
flag is that. It's like a red with a circle and a blue. It's-
Sorry, I had to mute everybody. Someone's having a little temper tantrum because she can't sit and do 5-year-old random talk to everybody.
You're good. That was part of the reason that I agreed to come on, was because I understand what it's like, your first stream and kids in the background, and I'm good at not knowing how to shut up. So you go silent, I just ramble on.
And I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy you agreed to come on to it. That's awesome.
Oh, you
Well,
bet. Thank you for asking me.
I've never been on anybody's premiere live stream or their first live stream, so very cool. And I
Oh, hey,
appreciate
it makes me different from everybody's
it.
norm.
Does. Most people don't ask me, period. I guess it's because they're afraid I'll take over, but
I have people ask. I'll have people tell me to do normal stuff. I'm like, what's normal?
Yeah, this is normal.
My mom's response to the question of what's normal, my mom's response to setting on a dryer.
Normal
You
is
know what?
living-
She's right.
Normal is living within the confines of other people's beliefs that keep you from being your true self. That's normal.
I'd rather be me and crazy any day rather than normal and live in this gray box that the world is stuck being bored in.
Absolutely. You never know. You might end up walking around Mississippi lost with Chattanooga Ed. There's a lot of
Hey,
things.
if I ever make it down to Mississippi, I'd be happy to run into him. He'd probably show me all the fun spots to go hang out.
I might know a couple now. I don't know. I can tell you where not to get pizza.
Yes, we're not to get pizza, and I'm just gonna say, don't let Ed navigate.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, their restaurants don't like keep their information updated on the internet very well. I mean, the restaurants had like 3 different names for the same place.
Yeah.
No.
Pizza options for me are Pizza Ranch restaurant, the buffet place. There's Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa Murphy's, Take and Bake. There's Papa John's, and then I could go to the store and get Pizza Corner.
See, a pizza buffet, I'd have been in love. That would have been great if we'd had a pizza buffet nearby.
Yeah, we had Little Caesar.
Hey, you guys come up here. Forget me ordering pizza. I'll just take you to Pizza Ranch.
I've never been to a pizza ranch.
$10, you get all you can eat is salad bar and pizza buffet.
Do they have a dessert bar there?
They have dessert pizzas and ice cream to put on top.
I'm all in. We have, at least I think they're still around. I know they closed one.
If you want choices for drink, they even have fountain pop.
Oh, and I like how you said pop. I appreciate that.
I only drink soda.
Pop.
Soda, pop, potato.
I moved down here and nobody knows what I'm talking about when I say pop. But like most of my relatives are all from Iowa, and then I grew up in Missouri, so I'm from the Midwest.
I know
if you ever go visit your family, you can make a detour and come visit me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I've also got family in Minnesota also.
In a minute, baby. I'm almost done.
Is Fargo South Dakota?
Hmm?
Is Fargo in South Dakota?
Fargo's North Dakota.
North Dakota. It's even farther. Well, like I said, I've been to Fargo once, and I went to Edmonton and North Platte on that trip. So,
okay.
If I ever go to one of those places, I know I'll be coming through.
Well, hey, I'll make it easy. We're right along Interstate 29, going north towards Canada.
Yep, Canada's awesome.
You enter North Dakota, we're the first big state going north, or the first big city going north. It'll go Fargo, Grand Forks, and then up to Canada.
Awesome.
Sounds like a good time. I'm with Chevy Fish, who said soda pop. I don't hear a lot of people say that, but yeah, soda pop.
I'll call it both. I'll call it soda. I'll call it pop. It's just whatever comes out of my mouth is what I call it.
Oh yeah, Ed and I like to debate silly things like that. It's what we do. It's in our nature.
And my kids call it the bubbly drink because it's all bubbly.
When I was a little kid, I used to call it hot. Like real little, because I thought it was hot when I drink it. I didn't like the carbonation.
And carbonation can be a little tricky.
Yeah, give me Kool-Aid.
Here, baby, go get water. Kaya, quit being a crabby butter. You'll go take a nap. You know what? I'll call you back for the goodbyes at the end, okay? You can be part of the goodbyes. How's that? Come here. Someone wants to talk about her fish.
Okay.
I'm gonna try unplug the. Okay, go pause the Xbox. Yeah, go turn that off. No, you have to just turn the TV off. Hit the power button. Okay. I'm going to try unplug the headset here. Turn the TV off so it doesn't echo. If it starts echoing, let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Come here, baby. Somebody wants to talk about her fish.
name is Butterfly. Butterfly is my name too.
Her,
My first time.
shh. You have to speak clearly, baby. She said her fish's name is Butterfly.
Butterfly. Okay, that's a pretty name for the fish.
Does it like to
And
eat?
mine is the dark fantail.
What does your fish like to eat?
Fish food.
Fish food.
Is that the same type of food as what you eat?
No.
No, Butterfly gets the fish pellet.
Ooh.
Goldfish pellet. And
Oh,
if you're wondering, hers was the black one out of the three.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Mine is a fantail.
Yes, yours is a fantail. Sit up.
Got it. Those are very pretty fish.
And well, I got a hot dog.
Yes, you have all hearts on. Her outfit is covered in little hearts.
Awesome.
And my undies are
Hey,
awesome.
nobody.
Such how kids say the darndest things. Yeah.
I tell you, most unique premiere stream if there ever was. All right, time to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Is that the
Carrie, take your unicorn and go get water.
thing?
That's kids for you. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else now. Yeah.
Hey Sebastian.
Yeah, it is. Okay, go.
She looks like a goldfish.
Sebastian's fish is the big dark orange one.
Okay, very nice.
He gave his fish the most unique name ever.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
No.
I like that. I do.
And last night he was super cute. I told him that the fishies were sick, and he walked up and kissed the tank.
Aw.
Kissed the fish better.
That's cute.
But it is 5:02, so for you guys it'd be 6:02. So let's head on over to the next guy and continue the stream.
Right.
Awesome.
I appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
Let's go with hashtag fish for the kids. Hashtag fish.
Sounds good.
Hashtag
Okay. All right. Bye.